So planning a Lego city can seem a little bit overwhelming, but don't worry, I've got you covered. In this video, I'm going to show you 5 easy steps to plan your Lego city. Hey friends, welcome back. If you're new here, my name is John, and here are the 5 steps to easily plan your Lego city. I'm going to dive into each one of these steps, and at the end of the video, I'm going to share with you the tool that I created to help design your layout with ease. Let's get started. Step 1. The first step is figuring out how much space you're going to have to work with. Space is going to be your #1 limiting factor in building your Lego city. So you have to ask yourself a few questions here. How much space do you really have to work with? Is it a portion in a room? Is it against the wall? Is it going to be on shelves? Are you going to be building it in an entire room? For my Lego city, I knew I had to keep it contained in my office, which is this room right here. But before this was in here, I had a racing simulator, and I knew I had to get rid of it if I wanted to build a modular, expanding Lego city. So I opted for the Lego city, and it's super fun because my kids get to jump on and play around with everything. Yes, things get broken all the time, but that's part of the fun, right? Anyways, make sure to measure your space so you know what space you have to work with, because this is going to be your #1 limiting factor. And remember, when it comes to Lego cities, bigger isn't always better. A small, well-organized city is just as impressive as a massive, sprawling one. Work with the space you've got and make it awesome. Step number 2. Step number 2 is figuring out what you're going to be building your Lego city on. The foundation of which your Lego city is going to sit on. Is it going to be a bookshelf, a tabletop, a custom table, a folding table? After much trial and error for my Lego city, I decided to build custom tables. It was the best fit because I figured out the layout that I wanted and how the table should be, and it fit my space perfectly. But whatever you decide to build your Lego city on, make sure your foundation is sturdy and accessible. Sturdy so that it doesn't collapse on you in the middle of the night, or if you're building on it and leaning on it, it doesn't fall apart. And accessible so that you can reach, make adjustments, or access, really, whatever it is that you're building. Step number 3. Once you figured out your space and you figured out what you're going to be building your city on, now we can figure out your city layout. Are there going to be elevation changes? Is there going to be a mountain? Are there going to be tunnels in it? How is the road system going to work? Is there going to be a loop? Are there railroads? Is it going to cross with the roads? Will the city be expanded later? Where are the buildings going to go? When I planned my city, I knew I had to have a looping railroad. That was a must. I also wanted a big road system because we have so many Lego vehicles. And to keep it kid friendly, I wanted to make sure it was one level so that my kids could climb on the city, walk the streets, and play with the minifigures and the vehicles and not have any issue with it. And after much trial and error, I figured out that a 3x5 base plate area was a good starting point for me because this allowed for railroad, road, building, road, and railroad. This setup also allows me to change up a lot of things and expand on the Lego city later if I choose to. Let's hop over to the computer so I can do a screen share and show you exactly how I plan my Lego city. So I created this template in Adobe Illustrator to help you plan and map out your city perfectly. I have base plates in here with exact measurements of what they're supposed to be, as well as this chart to show you, if you line them up, how long in inches it's going to be. I also have an example layout over here, where you'll see in this picture, if you line these up exactly from edge to edge, the measurement of this should match exactly with the chart here. This will help you if you're trying to build a custom table or if you're really trying to build within your space limits. Also, make sure you take your time here too. Your layout really is the foundation of your city, so make sure you map it out how you want it to be. To give you an idea of how crazy this can get, let me share with you the file that I created originally, where I knew I wanted to have a 3x5 base plate area for my table, and I knew I wanted to have multiple tables. So in this area down here, the black area is the area in my office I had to work with. I knew I wanted to have multiple tables as well, so I could have 3 tables, and I was trying to figure out how I wanted to lay this out. But ultimately, I ended up with what you see here in the blue. Once I figured out what layout it was going to be, then I moved on to what I was going to do with the layout. How the roads were going to be, how the road was going to be. And remember, I wanted to have a looping railroad system and a lot of roads because we have a lot of vehicles. So played around with this a bunch and ended up not even going with any of this until I started building it and figuring out exactly how things were going to go. But remember, take your time here because your foundation is the key to your city. Step 4. Now that your layout's taking shape, we want to start considering flexibility and some details. Maybe you want to add a park in, or maybe you want to have a road run off the edge because you're going to expand this later. These features can make your city very unique and also help break up the grid pattern from all the buildings and the roads and the railroads that you have in your city. Remember, your city doesn't need to be finished all at once. Just start with the essentials and fill in the blanks as you go. Step 5. And finally, start building. Maybe start with some roads, start with a few buildings that you already have or buildings that you want to build. Maybe just start with a road and a park if that's all you have for right now. Whatever it is, just let your city grow as you grow. If you need help building Mills plates or Mills roads or ballasting railroad tracks, check out my other tutorial videos. And remember, your city, your rules. Build it the way you like it and enjoy the process. And that's it, 5 easy steps to plan your Lego city. For my city, having a dedicated office to have it in where the kids can come in and play and walk on the city as well is super helpful. Yes, it gets a little crazy sometimes, but it's all worth it in the end. Remember, I'll be sharing a link to this template in the description below to help plan your Lego city. If you found value in this video, please leave a thumbs up and subscribe for more Lego content. If you have any questions or tips of your own, please leave it in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. And until next time, stay creative and keep building. So planning a Lego city, 5 easy steps. After much, and remember, plan your Lego city. If you have any questions, tips, or